Hey everybody, I'm Ryan and this is Get Your Mind Right. It is not too late. I'm out here in California, so it's only 8 o'clock. But I just got off of work, and while I had a lunch break at work, something came to my mind that made me sit back and think about, just the YouTube street. So this video is really going to be more so as YouTube. You probably can find pieces in this where you could kind of take it offline, but really this is going to be like some online talks about. And what I want to talk about is male content creators trying to weaponize their female subscribers or maybe even their fellow female CCs to fight battles for them. And I'm going to say specifically fighting a battle against another man. I don't see as nothing really wrong with a male CC, he get into it with a woman CC, or he get into it with a woman subscriber. And, he says to himself, I don't want to be arguing with this woman. This doesn't really look good. The optics don't look well. Let me see if I can find one of my female CCs or one of my female subscribers to check her. That I'm all right with. But the problem I have, and a problem I want a lot of women to be aware of with being on social media in general, is men weaponizing you to fight their battles with other men, right? First off, once a man think that he can have you be his foot soldier, I'm going to tell you now, you somewhat lost. And what I mean by you somewhat lost already is because you basically are around somebody that you as a woman is around a man that's looking for you to put in work for him. So I want you to really think about that. Like, this isn't your lover. Maybe you want to consider them your friend. I mean, I do believe in compartmentalizing friends. If some of my male subscribers / CC friends on YouTube, I only got one that I talk to about life outside of YouTube. Everyone else, we just talks about YouTube, right? No harm, no foul. But back to the topic at hand. So ladies, when you have a male subscriber asking you or trying to give you a dilemma of supporting him against another man, and you're also not seeing that man fight for himself, what does that tell you? To me, it tells me that he's a bitch. To me, it tells me that this man, he doesn't believe in himself enough. He don't even believe in his own fight. That he has to go out and get the bigger audience. He has to go out and get somebody, which is a woman, to fight the battle, because he feels like, if the woman is doing it, she's going to get more. That's not correct. When you as a man, especially as a content creator, you get into it with another man, handle your shit. Because when you don't handle it, you lose a lot of respect. And the first place you lose respect at is within yourself. You as a man know what you should and what you shouldn't be doing. Even if I want to take this offline, I've had male friends who maybe they get into it with their baby mama, right? And then they coming to tell us about it. And it's like, what the fuck you telling us for? You gonna be back with her, and most likely you probably did do wrong. Hell, I wouldn't want to be bothered with you. So that's the same way you can even look at it with online. You as a woman, soon as a male CC get at you about fighting a battle, you need to step back from that CC. And I'm going to tell you why. If you in a marriage, you disrespecting your husband. You disrespecting your husband because you're now giving off this energy. You giving off this fight energy. You giving off this lioness energy to a man that could give two fucks about you. If you single and you have a male CC you cool with, you tight with, or whatever the case may be, and this motherfucker is asking you to fight battles or poking at your opinion, trying to see what side you on, step back. Because that energy of explaining something to them, that energy of you looking and trying to examine, That could be energy into you getting dressed up and going on a date. That could be energy of you giving yourself a freaking facial and looking good for the rest of the week. It's so much energy and time that you could be putting into yourself than online fighting another man's battle. Especially if he's fighting against another man. When you stick up for this man, or you take the cape and you say, I got this, my brother, all you doing is fucking up society, because now this man keep tucking his dick and keep thinking that he got to go out and ask women to fight for them. What I also noticed is that usually when that stuff died down, the same women that had his back, that he depend on, he starts to shade. He starts to say comments, and he starts to do, I would say, commentary where it's like, who you talking about? You talking about the girls who was just helping you a couple weeks ago? Ladies, also ask yourself, why do you want to help this person? Do you feel like that was really wrong? Yeah, they probably was. But what do you see them doing? If all they keep doing is saying they gonna leave, they need to get away from this environment, but keep coming back, why would you even want to have somebody back that is so contradictory? He don't even know what he want to do. But one moment he wants to fight. Next moment he don't want to go. He too cool to go to the police. So what does he want you to do? He wants you to fight for him. He wanted to take up all your energy, and he wants you to go fight that man. He's going to be poking at you almost every day, watching every move you make to see, did you fight for me? Did you fight for me? Did you fight for me? And I tell you, give it 2 to 3 months, he'll be back cool with the same man he wanted you to fight for him. Watch yourself, ladies, with some of these male CCs. Don't become nobody pit bull, because the moment you become that, you've already lost. You've lost when he got at you like that. When he got at you and was wondering, do you got my back? Are you going to fight for me? Is this wrong? Why does he got to keep asking others what's wrong is right? What's wrong or what's right? He don't trust his fucking self? I, as a woman, when I've encountered male CCs like that, first off, like I always say, this is entertainment. Now, I do have my boundaries of, when a motherfucker start talking about taking each other out, R-wording each other, breaking each other houses, doing weird stuff, I actually do tap out. But if they can keep it, I won't even say now, when men versus men, they say they're going to kick each other ass, I don't mind that, right? The parts I probably am more so that I would say this ain't entertainment no more. It's like if they're really talking about killing each other, if they really are talking about, harming each other, family members and things like that, that's where I personally feel like that's a tap out at. Even when it comes down to people talking about kids, I usually leave. Now, can you cap on kids in a funny way? Yes, you can. My mama, but us kids in the neighborhood, our parents used to always cap on us. There is a limit to it. But however, I am not giving my precious feminine energy to no grown ass man that can't fight his own battles. Okay, ladies, pay attention to that, because don't let these male CCs make you question your integrity when it's not about you. It's about them and their integrity and what the fuck they gonna do to that man that disrespected them. Don't become the scapegoat because he too much of a mark to go say something to that man. So now he's coming at you. Don't do that to yourself. Keep a real boundary up with these motherfucking content creators. If you want to gossip about YouTube with a content creator, cool. But just know, specifically if it's a male content creator, don't let that man get you caught up fighting his battles, especially if he's fighting against another man. It's not healthy for you. You cop blocking your own self. And at the end of the day, because the world is so funny and fickle, that man, that same man he fighting, he either used to be cool with or he's going to be cool with them within the next year or so. And all that barking and yarping and all that bullshit that was going on in the between time, ain't gonna be nothing. And you're gonna be sitting there with egg on your face, looking dumb, fighting for a man that's fighting another grown-ass man. But he don't really want to fight. He really want the women to fight so he could feel like daddy. Don't do that to yourself. You want somebody to feel like daddy? Treat your own man like that. Because offline, when my little male friends would get into it with other dudes, they wasn't expecting Ryan to say shit. They wasn't doing any. They would tell you, stay the fuck up out of our business, bitch. These are men. So you watch yourself. Because if a man is online wanting women to fight for him, I promise you, he's the same way offline.